Hello and welcome back to another video by Wayward Traveler. Let me just show you, just wait up a second and let me show you where I am right now. But if you've been watching my videos and if you've seen last couple of videos that I've posted, you already have an idea. But let me show you nevertheless. The little bit of unfortunate part today is that it's little too cloudy. No, this is not fog, these are all clouds. And since it's cloudy, you cannot really see that I am in the middle of mountains. Now, if you think reaching here is easy, it's not. बहुत लंबी journey है, and like in any long journey, there are a little bit of hurdles. I'm gonna go ahead and share the journey that I did, where I started from Pune and reached all the way to Himachal in 24 hours. In the form of this video, small clips of the road, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, speaking about the hurdles, everything starts from the preparation. The better you prepare, the less hurdles you'll face through the journey. My preparation, although, is always spot on, but not this time. Usually when I ride on my bike, I over prepare, but since a flight thi to zyada tension nahi liya. The first piece of advice I'll leave you guys with is do not wash your underwear the morning of your flight. My flight was in the afternoon around 4, and I woke up real early at around, not real early, but I woke up around 7-8 and washed the underwear hoping they'd dry, but they didn't. That was my first hurdle. The second hurdle was, since I woke up early, I decided to take a nap in the afternoon. Did not consider that I have to reach way early at the airports, especially because of COVID restriction. Okay, so what that delay led to was me thinking that I'm late, although I wasn't. I reached way ahead of time. I was actually waiting at the airport after check-in and everything at the boarding gate for 30 minutes or more. I think 45 minutes, because the flight was also delayed by 15 minutes. But that's not the takeaway here. The second hurdle was I thought I was late, and there was a little bit of panic. Not too much, a little bit of panic. And in that panic, you forget to pack a few things. So I did forget to pack a few things. I won't bore you with those details because we gotta get on with the video. The journey starts in the flight during the takeoff. Unfortunately, I was seated just above the wing, so the view is not spectacular, but it is, well, it's not too shabby. And finally, after an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of flight time, we finally landed in Delhi, where I met with my second friend. Hey, wait, I forgot to introduce. There are 2 more people in this journey with me. One of them is my friend who is flying with me. You'll probably see his photo here because I recorded an intro shot for him, but unfortunately forgot to hit the record button. And पहले हम आपको मिलाते हैं कहानी के तीसरे और आखिरी पात्र से, सबसे अनोइंग, सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग ऑल्सो। बोल भाई, नाम क्या है तेरा?
मेरा नाम है गीतू।
कहाँ रहती है?
बैंगलोर। क्या बोरिंग क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है?
अभी मुझे पता नहीं था और क्या पूछना है, मैं भी नया हूँ इसमें।
व्लॉगिंग की दुनिया में क्योंकि तू अनोइंग है, अनोइंग को अनोइंग ही मार सकता है।
यहाँ पे ये कट जाएगा। Okay, now that we have all met and caught up after 3 years, the real journey starts here onwards. There's no flying. What we do first is we take a taxi from Delhi and we go all the way to our destination, which I will talk about a little later in the video.
Right, so ये mid trip break है। देहरादून जस्ट क्रॉस किया है, आधा घंटा हो गया कुछ, एंड 3 घंटे का रास्ता अभी बाकी है टुवर्ड्स द डेस्टिनेशन। व्हाट इज़ द डेस्टिनेशन, you'll know soon.
Oh, by the way, मैं शायद बताना भूल गया, हम यहाँ रुके इसलिए हैं क्योंकि ड्राइवर को सुलाने का था। तो जब भी ट्रक की आवाज़, जब भी रोड ट्रिप कर रहे हो, ड्राइवर को सुला दो। एज इन लाइक ज़बरदस्ती मत सुलाओ, अगर नींद आ रही है प्लीज़ सुला दो, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। Now you have to understand that nature is very diverse, and when I say diverse, you're gonna see that the roads that we were traveling on at night were so treacherous. You're gonna see a lot of the vehicle struggling. I excuse the visibility because I was recording all of that on my cell phone at night, so that's the best I could do. But it was a very adventurous ride, and I really couldn't sleep. And at this point I've been up for like 15-16 hours, which is fine, which is no big deal. The big deal starts later. But these roads were absolutely horrific, and it's not necessarily all because of the landslides and everything you've been hearing about. It is possible that some of these are just how the terrain is in Himachal. So yeah, I mean, it was brilliant. And this was the first leg of the car travel. The car had to drop us at the foothill of Shillai. That's the destination. They had to drop us at the foothill of Shillai, and there was a beautiful river where we were dropped, and we took a couple of pictures. And from there, we were supposed to go on another car. Now I don't necessarily understand, or rather I should say I didn't necessarily understood at that point why we need to change vehicles, which was very evident in the next vehicle that we took. Now this time it was an Alto. It's a smaller car. Makes sense because we are going really up the hill or up the mountain. I presume they're not wide enough roads, but to my surprise there were no roads. So there had been a landslide which had sort of cut off the main road, which is no better, by the way, than the road that you're looking at right now. But this was something else. In this whole journey, there were not just 3 people. I think there was a 4th character, which was Himachal terrain. And although as beautiful as it is on one side, if you look at it, if you look down on the road, it's just so scary that maybe it's not worth it. But eventually you'll realize that it is worth it, because you'll eventually forget that you were on the so treacherous, so dangerous roads. All you'll remember, or all you'll take away, is the scenic route and the beauty of the mountains. I mean, Alto was clearly struggling with a lot of luggage and 3 of us, especially considering one of them is me. And it was low on fuel also. So it was crazy. But hats off to the drivers here, man. They are absolute badasses. Although it will really help if they do not talk on the phone while they're driving. But for them, it's like second nature. So maybe that's it. Once we finally, after like an hour and a half of the absolutely stunning yet terrifying terrain, we finally reached another point. I thought that's about it, but that was not it. Since the road was cut off, the road that takes us to the place where on the hill station where the house is, we had to walk uphill, and everybody was trying to make it look like it was nothing, but it was not nothing. For somebody who lives in a city, walking in a high altitude app also quite unfit. So it becomes a little tiring to underplay it. But yeah, it was so the trail was spectacular. Some of the places on the trail that you're looking are absolutely stunning. If I wasn't like awake 20+ hours and exhausted and unfit and all of that, I think I would have enjoyed it way more than I did.
Okay, finally trip का आखिरी पड़ाव, which is walking. जान निकल चुकी है, but feel बड़ा जोर से है, देखिए खुद ही. आ गए मजे.
It was the most beautiful walk I've ever taken in my life, but the fatigue and everything had started to catch up at this point. It's approximately 20-24 hours that I've been awake, so everything has started to catch up. But after 40 minutes or so, and 24 hours of sleepless journey through unrelenting terrain and multiple transport changes, we had arrived. Everything sank in and I realized how beautiful everything is. Now it's safe to say it's not easy, but is it worth it? Well, I'll let you look at these beautiful images and these beautiful videos, and I will let you be the judge of that. Until next time, adios.